So let's enjoy this press conference.
What's up? What's up with y'all?
Remember his fight against Miguel Ángel Cotto, the presentation of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and this will be the presentation of the most complex fight for him with Daniel Jacobs, against Daniel Jacobs. This is a good preamble for what we will be able to expect on May 4th in Las Vegas. We do see the enthusiasm of the media and their respective fan bases. Both fighters will be with us any moment.
Exactamente con la presencia de lo que es el equipo del rival, hay que caer en un hombre que ha construido.
And now we have to remember a man who has built the career.
He walking like he about to hit somebody with a chair.
Daniel Jacobs. This is Keith Connolly, Jacobs' manager. You know that being the manager of a champion is hard work. He's the manager of a New York fighter. Welcome, Keith Connolly, to the House of Box in Mexico City, Box Azteca.
Atención, señores, el encargado de
Here,
la empresa Mansum Sport, que es Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn, he's the man in charge of Matchroom Sport. He has made a very important alliance with DAZN Sport.
Oh, look at Eddie. You got to earn. Y'all ready to earn? You're not really ready to earn.
Digital platforms that are taking over the world of the media. Here with us,
Sleazy E, Eric Bischoff.
was a part as well of other TV Azteca's transmissions, not only with fights of El Salvador.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, interesting, not weird.
Other DAZN's events. Eddie Hearn is an expert in box. Europe is his camp of expertise. Welcome, Eddie.
Of course, he's the jobster. You must earn if you're ready.
Here, a part of Daniel Jacobs' team, a man who was in charge of his recovery.
I like these ring walks. I mean, these entrances.
He's a bone cancer survivor. And this man, André Rosier, who is already walking on our red carpet, is the man who helped him come out of cancer, be a survivor, and again, a boxing champion.
Viva la Mexico!
For Daniel Jacobs, please help us give a welcome to André Rosier.
I'm done after this. We might play some Black Ops. Oh yeah, we gotta watch the Lara weigh-in after this. I've been working since like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired as shit. How's everybody doing though? Is everybody ready to earn today?
Comenzó la gira de promoción de la pelea del próximo 4 de mayo entre Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Oscar there, I think I saw him on the stage.
El mejor peso medio del momento. El Canelo expone 2 de los 3 títulos mundiales que le ganó a Golovkin en esta división. El del Consejo Mundial de Boxeo y el de la
I will never understand why Eddie Hearn gets so much hate. All he wants to do is earn. I will never understand it. The man just wants to earn.
El de la Federación Internacional de Boxeo. El ganador se queda con todos. La primera parada fue en Nueva York.
Let me tell you, I told you, I've been earning with Hearn.
En 2011 fue diagnosticado con cáncer. Superó la enfermedad y un año después regresó al cuadrilátero.
So many different times in your life, I think there's no man that you would fear and there's no situation that you worry about.
Sam reconoce la calidad de su rival, sabe que es un campeón del mundo y sabe que es un reto más en su carrera.
Siempre me gustan los retos. Hoy tenemos un gran reto enfrente que es Daniel Jacobs.
Oh, we got to fix his head. His head is cut off. There we go. My bad.
Es un gran peleador, un peleador que sabe manejarse muy bien arriba del cuadrilátero.
There we go.
De la Gran Manzana, viajaron a la
Gotta fix the
Ciudad
chat,
de
too.
México para la segunda conferencia. El lugar, TV Azteca. Canelo y Jacobs
There we go.
están en casa, en la casa del boxeo.
Hearn has been very good for boxing. DAZN has been good for boxing. I mean, come on. You know? I'll eat some chicken wings. I'll be back. Boxeo Azteca. Oh, they're gonna copyright this shit. They definitely gonna copyright it. Damn it, god damn it, Boxeo Azteca.
Hola, hola, hola a todos ustedes, bienvenidos y completamente en vivo a través de nuestras redes sociales para esta conferencia de prensa histórica.
Welcome to this historic announcement of a very expected showdown between Saúl and Canelo Alvarez and Daniel Jacobs. I am Jose Alberto Aguilar and I am very happy to be one of your anchors. This is not the first time that we give box the place it deserves in the heart of Mexicans and Mexico. We know that the most important platform for this sport is Box Azteca TV. How are you, Lara? I am very happy. Welcome to everybody watching this transmission. This is the middle of a media tour, and this is going to end on May the 4th with this very expected showdown. We are about to welcome a true champion in the world, a man who has become an axis in his sport, independently of the discipline we are talking about. This is a true sportsman, an athlete, a champion, and this is the way we are starting with our press conference. This is the second stop of the media tour, Canelo Jacobs. We have Alberto Ciurana, the Director of Content in TV Azteca. Welcome, Alberto, our Director General of TV Azteca Content. Welcome, Alberto Ciurana, a man who has been a true pillar of our brand, Box Azteca. We also have with us Rodolfo Ramírez, the Director of Azteca Deportes, of Azteca Sports.
Yeah, we probably gonna be here forever, y'all. Can somebody contact Ty Booth and tell him that I'm doing very well sexually?
We also have here with us Adrián Ortega, our Executive Vice President, a man who has always trusted our brand, and a man who has really helped us be on top of not only box, but on sports and realities. My congratulations to you, Adrián. A man who acquired boxing, the Golden Boy.
Who are these people?
Remember him in Barcelona '92? He became an Olympic champion, and then he became an axis of boxing. What was Oscar de la Hoya's mistake? To hit
Oscar got that thinning hair. He got the curse.
But he has become an axis basis of boxing as a promoter. Oscar de la Hoya of Golden Boy Promotions.
La presencia de una figura de talla internacional que hace historia no solamente arriba sino también abajo del
a man who is to be recognized worldwide as the most important promoter of boxing, and a figure who has been growing exponentially.
I'm tired as shit. Look at him, always ready to earn. Look at his face. Look at that smug bastard. You smug bastard. Look at him. He know what he doing. He can't wait to get on the mic. Look at him.
The top of the world. Welcome, Eddie.
If you don't add the S to his name, you don't earn, especially if you're American.
The legacy of his father. His father gave Mexicans the opportunity to go for world titles. Mauricio Sulaiman.
Yeah, he been traveling a lot.
Of the World Boxing Council. Welcome.
You know who missing? Where Twilight? Oh, there you go, Twilight. Twilight, you see him? They go Twilight.
Mauricio Sulaiman, president
Jos Ferratu.
Boxing Council.
No, Gilberto Romero, Mendoza, WBA, he's the crook.
I would also like to welcome Joe Markovsky.
Look, Twilight. How old do you think he is? He is 643 years old.
Boxing, Joe Markovsky.
He's now got like daywalker status, so the sunlight don't hurt him.
We know that through faith, he helped Daniel Jacobs. He believed in him, and now he has given him the strength
Fuck no, he don't
to
sleep.
fight against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Keith Connolly, Jacobs' manager. Daniel Jacobs' manager. When you have a true champion in the ring, you know that you need more than one.
I like Benicio del Toro.
Here we have as well Andre Rozier, a man who with
Hell yeah, we're gonna be here all night, Alberto. Shit, we still got to get to the Lara shit.
take Daniel to the top of the
This is
world.
live, by the way.
Thank you, Andre Rozier.
We're gonna be here all night.
Again, Daniel Jacobs, manager.
I do want to play some more Black Ops though. I'm not gonna lie, but I had to get boxing videos out.
Of course,
I do want to play some Black Ops bad. I know, my God, I can't wait for Game of Thrones.
a very young man.
I'm gonna fuck around and do reviews.
Mexican boxer.
I'm reviewing the Michael Jackson shit on Sunday night. Watch me. Watch me review Michael Jackson shit Sunday night.
He's
Watch me.
a very studious person of boxing. He knows about the styles of each and every one of great fighters. Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso
My nigga Eddie.
given a 36
Reynoso.
degree to
Oh, hell yeah, I will. Oh, hell yeah, I am. Oh, hell yeah, Sunday night, that Michael Jackson shit, it is going down. I'm gonna have clips and highlights and everything. I'm sorry, Michael.
depends as well on the work of your manager. And speaking of Saul El Canelo Alvarez,
The chef.
trajectory, we do have to welcome
My nigga
as well
Chepo.
Jose El Chepo Reynoso, the creator, manager, and trainer of Saul. El Chepo has always been calm. He has always believed in Saul El Canelo Alvarez, a historic figure for Mexican.
Nah, the dangling the baby out the window was a mental lapse. I don't think he was trying to, obviously he wasn't trying to hurt the baby, but he didn't understand how people were. Hey, let's talk about boxing, damn it.
Boxing, cooking. He's a true Jew.
Whoa, Wookie man, what the fuck?
He's a poet as well.
Whoa.
He writes poems.
You'll be at my prayers.
He knows that life.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Positive opportunity. And he has very different passions.
Tecate, born bold.
And we have in our
I keep
family,
forgetting to get some Tecate.
the anchors have to
For my
take
Mexican side.
responsibility
I always gotta have
for
Tecate in the house
the
and like
boxing
Mexican candles.
discipline. Remember that the most important brand
And a picture of the Last
is
Supper.
Box Azteca. And we wouldn't be able to do this if we weren't
From a Mexican
able
side.
to announce this
Yeah, drink Tecate.
showdown between Saul El Canelo Alvarez and Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs has made history. Why? Because he is a bone cancer survivor. He recovered in 2012.
I'm real Mexican.
And a year later, he became world champion.
Unlike the un-Spanish-speaking Mexican Ryan Garcia, King Rod.
We saw that fight, and from there on, he has go on growing. Who will be Saul El Canelo Alvarez next?
I don't like trepas, though. I do admit that.
Daniel Jacobs.
Oh, shit, Danny Jacobs. Shh, shh, shh. I understood all that Mexican stuff. Yeah, already it is, but still, we all know once they get out there, they're not gonna say nothing, you know. But yeah, so far, presentation is cool. LA should be nice too. I'm sure they're gonna do the red carpet for LA. That's on Monday. The last stop of the press tour. Everybody ready to go to bed early tomorrow after Lara Castano? We might do a film study. I think we should go watch Lara versus Derevian, not Lara, Castano versus Derevianchenko. Hey, Jake Rodriguez, you shut up. I know all that shit. Oh, no, we got to mute this. Damn, no. Fuck it. This song got me yesterday. I mean, for the press conference. I got copyrighted. Fuck it, we'll let it go.
Daniel Jacobs.
They copyrighted me the other day for this shit. It's cool, Danny Jacobs. You the man. I'm not gonna mute it.
He's here because he is already the International Boxing Federation champion. He came from New York and he is here with us in Mexico.
There's a drone in there. You see the drone?
He's going to take on the most important fight in his career and life. Here, Daniel Jacobs, miracle man.
Yeah, that fucking those twin dudes with the white suits, right?
What he's going to face after the malady.
Of course, look at the big stage he's on. I'm happy for Danny Jacobs. Remember, we didn't think he was going to be here all those years ago. Now look at him. Thank you, Al Heyman.
The temperature is coming up. Now we are going to welcome the man that changed.
Hell yeah, he got on the private jets and everything. Danny made it.
Enormous audiences, fights, and parliament. Here, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Welcome home, Saul.
Oh, y'all getting controversial in the chat. You know what? Yep, let me eject myself from the chat. I'm not going to involve myself in your bigotry. No way. Y'all got this. HR only going to be on your ass. No way. I know it's going to be a whole bunch of calls. And I'm going to be like, hey, forward that shit to HR. Of course it's the biggest payday of his career. Oh, look at Khan. They be copyrighting the shit out of me for this song too. I'll be pissed. With Canelo, El Cineman.
In the House of Boxing, here we have Saul El Canelo Alvarez, a 28-year fighter who is about to become immortal. El Canelito, El Canelo de Guadalajara, El Canelo of Mexico and the world.
Apareciendo ya en escena, Saúl
Here
Canelo
on scene, we
Álvarez.
have Saúl El Canelo Alvarez.
Abrajo va Jacobs. That's down goes Jacobs.
Welcome, Saúl.
Abrajo. Abrajo va Jacobs.
A member of
Down goes Jacobs.
boxing.
But he won't go down. Yo, did y'all notice today Canelo looks more like real American Canelo? Is that the real Canelo up there? Or is that real American Canelo?
And this is what we want to
I don't know, man.
After this career of successes and wins of big fight nights, full of Mexicans expecting to see him win again.
Hold up. I'm pulling up real American Canelo.
El Canelo Alvarez in Mexico. Welcome, Saúl.
Then they got promos for days.
Oye, Canelo. Gracias.
Hey, Canelo. Thank you
Por cada kilómetro, cada
for
salto de
every kilometer you run,
tirando cuando los muros queman. Por esa última
for your sacrifice, for all your hard work.
Gracias por cada
Thank you.
pelea, por cada
Thank you for every fight, for every round, for every punch, for looking for the knockout non-stop.
por resistir lo que sea.
Thank you for resisting
Gracias por cada función.
just to connect. Thank you for every function and for stepping and for
Look.
standing up all the time.
Just real American Canelo.
Gracias por cada alegría.
Thank you for all
Make it happen.
you have given us. Thank you for letting us share your triumph. Thank you for letting us see your career and
I
development.
think that's him on stage. I don't think that's real American, real Canelo, I meant.
Because we have been living with you at Madison Square Garden. When you got your third title in a different division. Because your successes have been our successes. That's the way that we feel them and live them. Thank you for being.
Yeah, I remember they kicked real American Canelo out of motherfucking. They kicked him out of something. He was pissed. They're trying to book him. What fight did they kick him out of?
Fight with the best.
They're trying to lock his ass up.
Welcome.
And he sent me a video and was like, yo, can you help me, bro?
Joy.
They was fucking with my man.
2007, we were the first
Ahí
TV
empezaba a dibujarse la figura. ¿Te acuerdas perfectamente?
channel to
Hold up, I'm gonna translate for y'all.
Con el Canelo.
Do you remember Lama? When we started with him, we saw him from he was a very young kid. Of course,
No, it was a fight after Canelo.
saw great memories.
Was it a media event they tried to book? I think it was the weigh-in. The Canelo Golovkin 2 weigh-in. They tried to book his ass and they escorted him out.
We have seen him in more than 50.
He was speaking like his regular voice and everything. He's like, hey guys, listen, they're trying to book me.
Champion for Mexico, a champion.
He's like, I'm real American Canelo, and they're trying to lock me up. Look, they're harassing me.
An enormous future. He has allowed us see him from very close. We have seen his career. We have been able to understand the sacrifice of his work. Now, what do we have? A true Mexican champion. We are really thankful, Saúl. Thank you for letting us accompany you in your career.
Aquí justamente en el corazón de TV Azteca.
Here in the heart of TV Azteca,
Regreso del boxeo.
we have a true generator of boxing for Open TV. Times have changed, and what we are looking for are for new alliances. That's
I do not like the police, man. They be swearing they so smart. Let me tell you, a wise man once told me that every cop is going to think that they're smarter than you until the shit hit the fan. Every cop thinks that they're smarter than you. Everyone. Everyone.
Of TV Azteca content. Thank you.
Until some shit hit the fan.
Thank you so much. First of all,
Who's this guy?
thank you to all the media, either national and international. Welcome to your house here, TV Azteca, and to the hosts of our different shows. Welcome
Yeah.
to you all that accompany in this panel. I was telling Dave,
Remember I called the cops on my baby mom. Look how long it took for them to show up. Remember that
a
stream?
beautiful day, especially
Look how long it took for them to show up.
Azteca, for Azteca Sports, for for Azteca 7 because it has become
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
in the most important
Rozier said,
platform
fuck that
for
suit.
boxing
Yeah, he
in
do like a
Mexico
Bond
for
villain.
many years now.
He got a master-ass plan and a henchman that know karate. Lou the best.
Our top fighter. Welcome, Saúl Canelo Alvarez.
Welcome, Daniel. Bienvenido a México y bienvenido.
Welcome, Daniel. Welcome to Mexico and to TV Azteca. In particular, I want to welcome a man with whom I have a very important friendship.
I know Rozier did fuck it up. He came out with a t-shirt on, bro. Come on, man. You're killing me, Rozier. But then again, he's a trainer. You know, so.
Said that we have a very important commitment with our
No, that's Louise.
with this sport and with the world.
That's Louise de Bello.
We will
De Bello.
always focus in strengthening the culture of boxing through Azteca 7.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn need to go lay down somewhere, right?
Platforms to strengthen what has become already.
But,
in a
you know, he's
very
got to make sure everybody's
important
earning.
for boxing in Mexico. I want to thank all of you.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Mexico, even though it's my home
A
nation.
date on May 4th. Please enjoy the fight. Welcome to this your house, Televisión Azteca.
I do not want to go down to Mexico and get into some shit. Y'all know I can't stand Marquez.
Remember that this is a part of a media tour that started a couple of days ago in New York. Here now we are in Mexico City, and this tour is going to finish in LA next Monday. Let me invite
Nah, Jacobs ain't built like that.
Oscar de la Hoya,
If it was B-Hop, he would have.
director of
Floyd would have even did it.
Promotions. Oscar, welcome.
No disrespect, Jacobs.
Thank you very much
Yeah, gingers do be kind of weird.
for giving us your support. Thank
Oh,
you
Lord, Oscar, we're going to be here all night.
for being our guests to announce this fight. On May the 4th, Saúl El Canelo Alvarez will fight Daniel Jacobs.
Those some nice tits in the back.
This is undoubtedly
Damn, that was
an
sexist.
enormous fight
My bad.
between the two top middleweight champions. Saúl El Canelo Alvarez will be defending WBA and WBC super titles and belts. Daniel Jacobs.
Yeah, what's going on with these Tecate girls in Mexico? Why are they so fully clothed?
The fight
hell's going on?
that wins will unify these titles to show that he is the best.
They got polo shirts on.
60 pounds category. As well,
That's
this
not
is a
cool.
very important fight.
No, top ranked girls always win. Always. Always win.
Fighters. With Canelo, we have a very young fighter who started fighting when he was 15, a 15-year-old boy. At the same time,
Yeah, the culture. I mean, I guess. I don't think so, man.
in one of our
Oh, yeah, well, it is Me Too. Yeah, it is the Me Too time, I guess.
Is a country recognized
Whatever, this is too controversial. Let's stop talking about this.
champions.
They're gonna get me in
Boxing
trouble.
champions. Not only in the world of sports,
They got black
but as
polo
well
shirts on,
in
too.
culture. But we should remember Kid Azteca,
Fritos tits.
Casanova, Macía, Medel, Torres, Olivares, Castillo, Canto, Espadas, Cuevas, Zárate, Zamora, Pintor, Alacamada, and figures like Chavez.
I've seen some bad ring girls. Watch some of them like them low-level cards that be on Facebook. You're gonna see some fucked up shit. They be having C-section scars and shit.
Boxing for Mexico has given us great joys and triumphs.
EBT ring girls.
El Canelo is
Fashion
our
Vogue and shit.
star. He will belong to this very exclusive list. And he does have the WBC belt, the World Boxing Council. He has had it for 3 times now. This
Damn it, Oscar, spit it out. Hurry up.
with
You got a whole fucking packet.
We do have a champion that has overcome a tremendous challenge.
No, he better in Spanish.
Because he
In
won
English, oh my God.
against bone cancer.
But he be having a nerve to be talking for a long time,
Came
too.
back a champion. He won 2 championships, and now he's on top of his discipline, about to fight the biggest star in boxing. These will be celebrated on the T-Mobile Arena
damn it.
in Las Vegas. So we thank our friends of the T-Mobile
Look at the crowd.
Arena because they
Look
are
at the crowd.
going to have this.
Look, they even panning away from him. They like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Canelo made this magic arena.
It's always like this, bro.
All over the world. Remember,
Let me tell you, the
he
Tito
fought
Ortiz,
Chavez,
fucking Chuck Liddell 3 press conference, oh my God.
His home. For all the fans that won't be able to see him live, you should see this in the same platform, DAZN in the US.
We already been here for damn near an hour already.
And if you want to watch this in Mexico, you should watch it in TV Azteca.
Oh yeah, she gonna use it against me in court, Alberto. Hey yo, we can't talk about women. My baby mom gonna try to get me, y'all. I go back to court July the 8th. That's my next trial date. It got postponed. Apparently I'm crazy. I gotta have another mental health assessment. Weird, right?
Thank you.
They're like, he's gotta be crazy. It's hard being outspoken, man. It's hard being outspoken.
We were talking about creating.
We can't talk about titties.
Catapulting figures.
Hey, what you doing with Triple Leg, Oscar?
That's why we have platforms like DAZN.
I hate political correctness. I hate that shit. I hate that PC shit, man. I can't stand it.
President of DAZN North America. Please tell us, Joe, about the future of the
Oh Lord, here we go. Twilight. Hold up. He must got a lot of sunblock on.
I think it's fair to say that boxing's having a bit.
Here you go, guys.
After much discussion and investment across the industry, one fight on the calendar stands out as the premier boxing event this year. That's Canelo Jacobs, fight of the year.
Después de tanto trabajo que hemos hecho, esta pelea es la pelea premier que podemos hacer en el 2019 y es Canelo Alvarez contra Daniel Jacobs.
This fight, simply put, has everything. Champion versus champion. In Canelo Alvarez, a global superstar. And in Danny Jacobs, an inspiring New Yorker.
Esta pelea lo tiene todo. Campeón contra campeón. Una superestrella en Canelo Alvarez. Y un gran peleador, un gran campeón como Daniel Jacobs.
In fact, the only thing missing from this monster showdown is the pay-per-view price point in the United States. And that's why it was so important.
I wonder where he got his blood at while he was down in Mexico. I mean, while he down there, where his connect. Who is his blood plug?
Costo de pago por evento en Estados Unidos. Pero gracias a la alianza con nuestros socios de Golden Boy Promotions y Matchroom Boxing, hemos podido.
On any other broadcast platform, on any other network, this fight will be behind a paywall at $85, $90, maybe even $100.
En cualquier otra plataforma estarían pagando de 70, 80 o hasta $100 por una pelea de este nivel.
But not with DAZN, because our intentions in the US market are very, very different.
Pero no con DAZN. Nuestras intenciones.
They're trying to sell that Mexican. They're trying to sell to the Mexican people, to my people.
I think it's fair to say that many in the US media laughed at our ambitions when we entered the market last September. But here we are, approaching our first Cinco de Mayo weekend since we launched, with an absolute monster showdown that will demonstrate the value to US fight fans that we set out to deliver in the US.
En la prensa de Estados Unidos.
Come on, he's definitely a bloodsucker. You can't tell me his name is really Joe. His name ain't no Joe.
Con una gran pelea monstruosa como la es Canelo Alvarez contra Daniel Jacobs.
When those fight fans wake up on May the 5th,
Yeah, the zone is available there in Mexico.
And that will be a transformational moment in the business of boxing in the US and more broadly the business of sport.
Come on, look at that hair. That's definitely Twilight. Come here, exactly. That's definitely Twilight. That's definitely Twilight.
And for the fighters, let's not forget that for decades,
His hair don't move.
Fighter was the career goal.
Para los peleadores, la meta siempre fue.
I wonder what he does with the bodies.
De pago por evento.
But what if you could deliver a pay-per-view?
Oh, that's the drone.
Without constricting the audience.
No, he is Twilight. Fuck is you talking about? Oh yeah, they do. They do grow quickly.
And that's what it will mean.
Of course, he had all his own pressures. He's like their spokesperson.
So confident in going out and acquiring the biggest names.
He would be a vegan vampire, right? He only probably bite vegans.
Anthony Joshua, Jaime Munguia, the list goes on.
Y eso es lo que significa ser un
He get real sick if he try to drink like regular blood. He got to drink vegan blood.
Canelo, como Daniel Jacobs, como Anthony Joshua y como Jaime Munguia.
So to both the zone fighters on this stage, I wish you the best of luck in camp.
Let me leave Twilight alone. I'm going to have to meet him one day. You know, I saw him at the press conference. I got scared as shit. I was like, ooh, I've been talking shit about him. Let me get out of the way.
Les deseamos todo lo mejor en sus campamentos. Los vemos el 4 de mayo. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes.
Thank you very much. Gracias.
Do they know it's a Friday? People got shit to do?
This was Joe Markowski. Thank you so much for your words.
He probably get organic blood, like from like a vampire, like feasting form or some shit.
In his life, not just regarding Mexican fighters and spectacles like this. So
Yeah, baby blood, they say it got adrenochrome in it, and like rich people drink it to get like that, you know, that youth. That's why the Queen's so old, they say, and George Bush and all them people.
I'm so excited to be here in the House of Boxing. Eddie Hearn, Danny Jacobs, and his team. Welcome to Mexico. DAZN, welcome to Mexico. Welcome to the world. This is truly the House of Boxing. And it's a pleasure to see how you will make of this fight
What up, Kofi?
event it is. Canelo is a fighter that has given a lot of joy to Mexico.
Shape-shifting ass reptilians make me sick. David Icke was right. Canelo! Yeah, Bush died. But remember, all of them, did you notice politicians be old as shit? They all live to be old as shit. They be drinking that adrenochrome.
I am very glad to see all these belts here because this shows that
Hell yeah!
this is a fight of champion versus champion. El Canelo
Politicians
will
don't never be
representing
die
the
or nothing.
Boxing Council that night. And I know he will be great. TV Azteca,
Notice, like all of them, they all live to be like 90,
Mexico saw boxing.
95 and shit.
Best moment for boxing. I want to congratulate
No, ooh, Tyen did a video with me?
all you have done for this sport. At the same time,
Can you tell him I'm doing very, very well sexually, guys?
announcement.
Can somebody tell Tyen Booth I'm doing well sexually?
A new step. Canelo
Tyen Booth, if you're watching, I'm doing very well sexually. Can you do a video?
hurdles.
I did cover him get beat up, though.
Now boxing is going to be seen in a different fashion.
Oh, yes, I'm doing very well sexually. It was a long, long time. I wasn't getting no coochie.
Of a whole brand now. But we do want to listen.
It was a long time. I thought I was going to die up in here, man.
Remember that these May 4th, as well as
I thought I was going to die.
are important dates that Mexico has gifted to the world. Because let's remember, Chavez and El Canelo.
I'm a picky ass dude and chicks hate my guts.
Boxing.
I'm a son of a bitch. I'm a son of a bitch. I be cursing bitches out.
And the Chiapanecan belt, we are going to present a new belt, the Mayan belt. We are working on its design.
Oh, Lord, Veronica.
Let you have a taste of what it will be like.
Veronica loved big black cocks, guys. She always like to spread it around in the chats.
And El Saúl, El Canelo Alvarez,
All right,
a Mayan
Veronica, we get it.
glove. So I am asking these beautiful ladies to give us these gloves. One for Danny.
What the hell is that, a glove cake? WBC always making some old other shit.
One for our champion, El Canelo.
Yeah, I think Veronica's a dude. I got a lot of weirdos around here, man. WBC always trying to make some shit.
So that Oscar de la Hoya or Eddie Hearn naked. They will have to choose.
Check trying to duck. The contract's already signed. He can't get out. That contract is signed. He wants some of that DAZN money, probably. That's what he wants. even though the World Boxing Super Series is on the
Thank
zone.
you again to all the media.
Pacquiao mom is sexy. You sick. You're sick in the head.
God bless you, and I wish this fight to be a historic fight. The way Oscar de la Hoya gave us great fight nights, I am sure El Canelo and Danny will give us a great fight. Thank you.
Oh, Mike Compinger sources? Yeah, see? Mike Compinger getting a bad rep.
Important to achieve success is teamwork.
He got to get his shit together.
And a man who has
I got a funny story about that dude.
promoting box,
I'm going to tell it one day.
learned from his father, an extraordinary boxer.
Yeah, they was late as shit with the money.
Eddie Hearn, who has great fighters. Anthony Joshua.
All right, Veronica. Okay, yeah. No one pleasures you like Big Black Cock. All right, we get it.
Eddie Hearn.
Wow, we are still here.
Important link.
Eddie. Oh, Eddie can't wait to get to that mic. Shh. All right, guys, it is time for us all to learn and earn with Hearns.
You ready? I'm ready. We were born ready on this. Don't make anything up. Canelo's,
I want to say Jacobs, but people are going to say that I cursed him. If I pick Jacobs, they're going to say, well, Canelo going to definitely win.
It's great to be here today. Last week we were in Tijuana for a show with Azteca and DAZN, and this week we're in Mexico City. I love this place. I love the passion.
Estar aquí con ustedes. La semana pasada nos tocó estar en Tijuana en un evento con TV Azteca, pero me adoro este lugar.
I love this place so much so that I've spoken to my real estate agent.
He hablado con mi agente de bienes y raíces.
And I'm looking to move in the next few weeks.
En las próximas semanas estaré moviéndome a vivir a México.
Oh, he's trying to set up shop.
But in the meantime, I'm going to be staying in Mauricio's spare room.
Mientras tanto estaré quedándome en la casa de Mauricio.
Of which I hear he has many.
Ooh, he trying to start some shit. Why you staying with Mauricio?
I congratulate many people involved in this promotion. Of course, we want to thank
Why you staying with Mauricio?
Canelo for accepting this huge challenge.
Well, they launched Matchroom Mexico, so he has a reason to be down there.
We want to thank DAZN, who really are changing the sport of boxing in America. They've been an amazing partner, and we are just getting started.
Y a DAZN, que está haciendo un cambio drástico en el boxeo y en Estados Unidos, un gran socio. Estamos haciendo muchos.
Look at this dude.
We want to thank Takati, the sponsor, and of course, Azteca for hosting us today.
He ain't better than me on the mic.
Event.
They don't want me to be fucking doing press conferences. Should be lit.
I learned today that Azteca's slogan was La Casa del Boxeo.
Hoy aprendí el logo de Azteca TV, La Casa del Boxeo.
Hell yeah, I do pay child support. Fuck out of here, Nate. Hey, somebody put that. No, don't put that bastard on timeout. You're a son of a bitch. You don't pay child support, your ass go to jail. Fuck that. Don't go to jail for not paying child support, even if you don't see your child.
I noticed in a picture last night when I entered my room, there was a magazine kindly placed with Canelo on the front cover.
Noté en mi cuarto, en mi habitación en el hotel, cuando llegué, y en la primera plana, Canelo
Is ready to earn.
He had a tattoo on his arm which said, "No boxing, no life."
Y tenía un tatuaje en su brazo que decía, sin el box no hay vida.
This demonstrates the passion for the sport that we all have here. Us, Matchroom, DAZN, Mauricio, Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya, everyone, how we all feel about the sport of boxing.
Y esto demuestra la pasión que tenemos todos aquí arriba. Oscar, nuestra gente de Matchroom, Golden Boy, Canelo, Jacobs, y todos ustedes.
And when you have a fighter like Canelo who wants to be the best, who wants to fight the best, it is a great time for the sport of boxing.
Y cuando tienes un peleador, un campeón como Canelo, que quiere pelear con los mejores, quiere ser el mejor, es un gran momento en nuestro deporte.
In Danny Jacobs, he faces not only an amazing champion, but an amazing man.
Y en Danny Jacobs, su rival enfrente, no solamente se enfrenta a un gran campeón, pero a un gran hombre.
He was told by the doctors he may not live, he may not walk again, but he will certainly never fight again.
Le habían dicho que tal vez no iba a haber otro día de vida, tal vez no caminaba, pero muy seguro jamás volviera a pelear.
He stands before us today with a chance to take part in the biggest fight of the year and become the #1 middleweight on the planet.
Y hoy en día aquí está enfrentando posiblemente llegar a ser el mejor peso medio del planeta.
He was asked the question today in the Azteca interview, how would you feel to win this fight and go alongside the greats of Bernard Hopkins, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, great middleweights before us?
Hoy en la entrevista le preguntaron cómo te sentirías de ganar esta pelea y agregar a esta lista de grandes pesos medianos como Bernard Hopkins, Sugar Ray Robinson y...
I would say Oscar. Oscar is kind of a deviant though, so, you know.
And I saw in his eye.
Lo vi en sus ojos.
No, Oscar not gay. He's just a freak.
On his hands, stand up.
That's one thing about Oscar. He's just a freak.
This is what it means to Danny Jacobs. We have a fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend that you will not forget.
Y ahora tenemos una pelea que no se van a olvidar nunca. El 5 de mayo.
I could talk all day. This is what I do for a living.
Puedo hablar todo el día, es lo que hago de trabajo.
But for now, all I want to say,
pero por ahora, lo único que quiero decirles
is we look forward to an amazing event on May the 4th in Las Vegas, live on the
Might be. I haven't heard.
Un gran evento el 4 de mayo en Las Vegas por DAZN.
And finally, a whoever, viva Mexico. Thank you.
No, I've learned a lot about Oscar. He just like a freak. Like he not gay. He may do gay shit with chicks, but he just a freak. No, then again, I don't know, man. I just heard a lot of crazy stories. But he do fuck a lot of bitches, a lot.
What it means to be Jacob's manager.
A whole lot.
His history of being a brain cancer survivor. Keith Connolly, welcome.
Why would you say that, Solitude?
Hello, I want to thank everybody for coming. First off, I want to say how beautiful of a city Mexico City really is. I'm really amazed by the people here, the landscape. It really is an amazing place.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah. Oh my God, that old ass work. Ew.
Increíble, quiero decir que qué lindo es el país de México.
That fucking nasty ass mustache she used to have.
Impresionado con todo lo que he visto.
The way that people have treated myself, Danny, and the rest of Team Jacobs, I'm really thankful for it.
De la manera que nos han tratado a mí y al equipo, soy muy agradecido.
Oscar broke my heart when that fucking shit came out. I swore that shit was digital. I swore Bobby Digital had did that shit. I was like, that ain't him with that fishnet shit on. That's that new digital shit coming out in motherfucking 2010. Remember, it wasn't no smartphones back then or nothing. That was a camera that took those pictures. You couldn't touch your screen. Motherfuckers had Nextels and fucking Sprint phones.
A big thank you to Eddie Hearn, the best promoter in the world right now. If it wasn't for him, none of this would have happened.
I was so upset with Oscar. How do you get that high that you dress up like a bitch? How? I remember it was like my second year in college, third year in college, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit, Oscar? Yeah, with that slick back hair.
Instant classic. I know Canelo Alvarez is a future Hall of Famer, probably top of the list pound for pound, but I think come May 4th, my guy Daniel Jacobs is going to prove to the world that he belongs up in that top spot.
Estamos muy emocionados por el 4 de mayo, por la gran pelea que se va a dar. Sabemos que Canelo Alvarez es
I-90 though.
destinado a ser Salón de la Fama.
I know Al Heyman, no bullshit, literally still has a flip phone, a razor joint. It's like, how do you keep that joint on? What's your insurance plan? Like, you never dropped your phone, bro, Mr. Heyman? Like, he literally still be having a razor phone, bro. Like, a flip phone. Like, what happens if he break his phone? They got to upgrade him like 7 years. Of course it's a burner. He got to have multiple phones.
Daniel Jacobs to this moment. Here we have Andre Rozier, Jacobs.
Oh, he exists. I met him. His hands is cold as ice. I met him at a con Algeria. Jacobs had fought Sergio Moro in the undercard. He scared me to death.
This is the Spanish I speak.
So from this point on, I'll have Robert express my ideas.
Yeah, I ain't dressing up like no
I
bitch.
just want to say,
Fuck that.
we know that
He put panties on. Come on, Oscar. His balls were hanging out. Ew, I remember. Ew. His balls were hanging out.
DAZN, they all come together to put a fight
Let's change the subject.
that no one thought was going to happen in place.
His hands is big as shit. He got, like, let me tell you, his arms, he got that long, lanky walk. Like, you could tell he used to hoop. Like, he's a legit 6'3", like 6'2", 6'3".
Is a very special individual.
His arms is long as shit.
Hardworking.
Long ass fingers. He can palm the rock, I'm telling you, no bullshit.
And he has survived testimonies that most other people could never even.
I was in the back of the Barclays Center. I was in the back, like back, and he was walking with Brandon Watson, and I looked, and then he walked past twice, and I went out there, and I forgot to thank him.
Tirelessly since he was a young teenager to get to this point. Siempre refiero de él como mi hijo. Hemos trabajado muy duro.
Promoter of the year is going to should be Top Rank or Eddie. It depends on how you look at it. The fiscal year, because the year is over. Excuse me, the year was over.
I will be looking forward to my son raising his hand in victory.
Yeah, my heart dropped. It dropped like a motherfucker. I literally froze up. I froze. The video was here on the channel.
Thank you so much for the hospitality that you expressed to us since we've been here. Muchísimas gracias por
I literally froze up, and it was one of the. I think it was only the third event I ever been to. It was my first event ever in the Barclays Center. Top Rank activity is crazy, and they're breed. Look how many stars they're building.
This is the man who has walked with Jacobs all over his career.
Yeah, I talked to Eddie.
If we are to talk about Saul Canelo Alvarez,
I'm going to that Philly fight in a couple weeks.
how to forget.
Remember, I'm gonna talk to him there. No, I literally froze. I froze up. I froze up.
Trainer of Saul Canelo Alvarez, Jose Chepe.
And he was walking so fast.
Good
And I was like, Mr. Heyman, and I put my hands down. He shook it, and he did like this little double back and looked at me.
Because
And I was scared to death. Thanks, October 4th.
I cannot avoid.
I know a lot about Al Heyman. He's a very powerful man with a lot of powerful friends in rap music. No bullshit.
Remember, against El Mazatleco Fish, he was very, very young. He's still a young man, but
I reviewed the networks at the end of the year, so yeah, I'm still gonna keep doing that. I did a little review of Fox Sports yesterday.
now I am feeling the crowd here.
Not Jay-Z, Live Nation.
All that Canelo
Look up Live Nation. Al Heyman owns a large amount of shares in that and part owner in some way, shape, or form. No bullshit. Nicki Minaj concerts, Cardi B concerts, all those shit he eats off of. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Thank you, Canelo, for the trust you have had in the Reynosa.
I don't know how he manages his time.
Proud of you, and I am proud as well, my son. Thank you, Olivares.
No, he powerful in shit. Like, he got some powerful ass. Al Heyman can have you taken out. No bullshit.
Thank you. Because that's where I knew.
Y'all think I'm joking? Al Heyman is like a billionaire. He's one of the most powerful people in the country. Y'all think I'm joking? Just based off of music alone. And then look what he's done in boxing. That is no bullshit. That is no bullshit. That man is loved all over the world.
Different times, no media practically, and just look at this crowd. So, see you on May 4th. You will see a great fight. They say that boxing styles make fights, and it's true. So you are
He has no
going to
time,
see
literally.
Saul Canelo Alvarez #1 against
Yeah, Showtime is on some shit this first quarter.
what is to be expected in great boxing showdown, what people deserve. And when you
Correct. I feel that same way about Al Heyman, 92.
if he is not afraid to face challenges, I can answer that from when he was a boy, I was scared of the challenges.
Did y'all notice how long we've been here watching this shit?
That's how I saw him overcome.
He got powerful from music and connections in college.
Fighters in different divisions.
You ever hear the Budweiser Music Festival? Or those Eddie Murphy tours, Delirious and all that shit? He was the producer.
Facing all these challenges.
Close friends with Eddie Murphy and all them. No bullshit.
He's a very disciplined fighter.
If you believe that $15 million net worth of Al Heyman from Forbes, then I'm sorry. I have to eject myself from conversations like that. He don't hide it. It's just that it's not hiding it. It's just that it's hard to explain. That Forbes shit don't be official, which was somebody like Al Heyman.
The strategist, the man that puts all his intelligence to push El Canelo upwards. Eddie Reynoso.
I'm dead serious. Look it up. Just all you gotta do is Google Al Heyman, Eddie Murphy.
Good afternoon.
Trust me, I know a lot about that man. A lot.
There's a lot of sun. It's very hot. Thank you to you all. To Danny Jacobs, to Saul.
I'm telling you, that man is probably a billionaire, if not a billionaire. I'm telling you that. This boxing shit is like a hobby to him.
Looking for one challenge.
That's why he gives so much money away.
After another. And this is what we like the most. Great fights to put our imprint on Mexican history. And I think his work, his discipline has allowed us to see him grow up. We are very happy, and as my dad says, we are very thankful for El Canelo's trust. What I have to say is that we have.
Hey, this press conference is kind of pissing me off.
We have to learn every day. This is a very important commitment.
Al Heyman, he'll necessarily give it away, but he got so much money. Like, boxing is a hobby to him.
The unified middleweight champion.
That's the way I look at it.
Something no one has achieved. We have won Golovkin, and now it's Danny Jacobs. For me, he is one of the best middleweight champions. So life is about challenges, boxing is about challenges, and if you want to make history, we have to defeat Danny. We are going to be there.
Yes, he did.
Fight. And as I said, thankful.
I wouldn't be surprised if Al Heyman has some of those connections. I'm pretty sure he does. Trust me, I know a lot about that man.
Thank you to the press, to the Mexican press. Thank you. Good afternoon. And now, the moment to introduce one of our stars. I am talking about this champion who
I know he tripping, Bebo.
bone cancer. Danny Jacobs, Daniel Jacobs. He's the champion of the International Boxing Federation.
Yeah.
If
you notice, like, Floyd goes against everybody, but when he talks about Al Heyman, he talks about Heyman in like the ultimate light. Like his father, like type of shit. Like he said he talk every day in like secret conversations. Like literally, I would say that. Oh wait.
Today with you guys. Thank you very much for coming and being a part of this wonderful event.
Finally.
Es un gran placer estar con todos ustedes hoy y ser parte de este gran evento.
The fact that this is a really great output shows that you guys really care about this sport. And for us guys putting our lives on the line, we truly appreciate that. So we thank you.
La demostración de tanta gente demuestra que este deporte sigue más vivo que nunca y nosotros que ponemos nuestras vidas en la línea, muy agradecidos con todos ustedes.
And I know my team already showed our gratitude for your hospitality, but I want to personally say thank you because myself being the opponent of Canelo, you guys champion, the hospitality and the genuine love that we received being here is really humbling. So thank you guys once again.
Y la verdad, yo sé que mi equipo ya lo dijo, pero yo personalmente se los quiero decir, siendo el rival de su gran campeón de ustedes, la manera que nos han recibido, el cariño que nos han dado, les doy desde el fondo de mi corazón muchísimas gracias.
I want to thank a few people who made this fight possible. I would like to thank my promoter, Eddie Hearns, DAZN, obviously, for everything they've done for me and believing in me and allowing this fight to be possible. My team, Team Jacobs, my manager, Keith Connolly, my family back home. I love you guys. You guys are my biggest motivation.
Quiero darle gracias a mi promotor, Eddie Hearn, a mi manager, Connolly, a mi equipo y a mi familia. Ustedes son mi motivación.
So this fight means everything to me because of the caliber fighter in Canelo. Canelo is a stellar champion, and he's proved that time and time again. And what a worthy opponent to step in the ring with. So I take my hat off to Canelo for accepting this fight. He's a true champion.
La verdad, esta pelea
That's an imposter.
todo para mí, por el rival que tengo enfrente, un gran campeón que ha peleado con todos, reto tras reto. Me quito el sombrero y te doy las gracias por esta pelea.
Why do you keep asking about Frankie Gomez? I don't know where he at.
Our duty to make sure you guys receive the best possible fight that you guys can see come May 4th. And I know that's exactly what we're going to do because we bring really great arsenals to the table when it comes to giving our all inside that ring.
Y a nosotros nos toca ahora prepararnos al 100 y traerles ese arsenal, esa de guerrero para darles todo lo mejor arriba del ring.
So whether you guys get a knockout, whether you guys get a great decision,
McDonald losing
whether
weight.
you guys get an all action-packed fight, I know you guys are going to be pleased with the performance because this opportunity means everything to
You're
me
like snooker and cricket, right?
Y yo sé,
And darts.
sea por knockout o sea por decisión, ustedes se van a llevar una gran pelea. Y puedo decirlo que por parte de Canelo y parte mía vamos a dar todo ahí arriba del ring.
Hopefully I see everyone Cinco de Mayo weekend in Las Vegas. I know if you guys can't make it, $10, you'll be able to sign up for DAZN and see this fight such an affordable price. I'm grateful to be a part of the new wave of technology.
Y si no pueden llegar en vivo, espero verlos
You see the
en todos
material
lados,
of that
si no,
suit?
Véanla por DAZN, que un precio increíble, nueva tecnología en el boxeo y obvio también por TV Azteca.
I will give my very best come May 4th, and I guarantee you.
Dana Jacobs is
you
the
guys,
man.
and to my family back home, and to everybody supporting me throughout the world, I will become champ and king come May 4th. Thank you.
Les prometo dar todo lo mejor de mí.
How many more people got to talk before Canelo get on the mic, man?
Voy a ser no solamente campeón, sino que el rey de la división. Gracias.
Bueno, pues ahí está, tiene el Jacobs. Aplausos.
Definitely can't eat no barbecue. Don't eat no hot dog. A little bit of mustard, you finished.
The man who is a true gentleman. Thank you, Dan. He's a great athlete and champion. And now, this is the stellar moment of this presentation in Mexico City in the installations of TV Azteca. The man who has changed boxing in Mexico. This man who generates huge audiences.
We still got to watch the Lara weigh in.
Best pound for pound fighter.
So we're going to be here for a little while longer.
Canelo Alvarez.
What the fuck, man?
Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much.
Quiero agradecerle
First
a ustedes
of all, I want to thank you. You have always given me all your support. This helps you keep on fighting and winning. Thank you to the media, DAZN, TV Azteca, for treating me this way. Thank you, Daniel and Daniel's team, for accepting coming to Mexico City. This is a very important promotion for me to come to my country. Makes me feel proud. It fills me with pride. I am very thankful to be able to represent you. Thank you so much. And what I do want to communicate to you.
Yeah, that's pretty racist,
what
Philip.
I want to do is to be an example for the kids and for young people. If you dream a dream, you can make it true. Whatever it is, if you visualize it, you can get it. Thank you, and see you on May the 4th. As you know, I will do my best. I will prepare myself to the fullest. I know what a challenge and opponent Danny is, but I will be ready to win this fight this May the 4th for Mexico to come back as a champion, as the unified middleweight champion of the world. Thank you very much.
That's it? Somebody better push somebody or something.
Canelo Alvarez. Thank you, gentlemen, for your messages. We do know what to expect on this fight on May 4th in TV Azteca on the same platform.
Where's AK and Hawk, damn it? I mean, AK and Barack.
In this moment, we do have an opportunity to ask questions. If someone wants to ask a question, please say the name of your media, your name, and ask your question. Thank you. I am Jorge Morales. I come from W World Colombia.
The main reason why Canelo decided to face Golovkin after he saw that someone was able to compete toe-to-toe against him.
Get the mic. See, they fucking up. Get the mic. See? See, they fucking up.
Can you repeat that question? Sorry about that.
I hate when they don't have the microphone up there. I hate that shit.
My name is Jorge Morales from W Radio of Bogotá, Colombia. And my question is that if you think that you are the main reason why Canelo decided to face Gennady Golovkin, because maybe he realized that someone was able to stand in front of him toe-to-toe for 12 rounds in a ring.
That's really not for me to say. I mean, that's for you guys to make that assessment, but I definitely, in my opinion, gave the blueprint to defeat Gennady Golovkin. So that same game plan, we don't know. I mean, I have a different style from Golovkin. I mean, from Canelo. So
he gave the blueprint, y'all.
But at the same time, I'm just glad I have this opportunity. And
he gave the blueprint.
Bigger, better things in the near future.
José Luis Camarillo from El Esto. This is a question for the DAZN people, for Oscar de la Hoya.
I'm just trying to start some shit up.
Now it's going to be very cheap to see these big
Yeah, Canelo. See, that's what a real, see? Canelo the fucking man.
That with $10, you will be able to see this fight in the US. But here in Mexico, even the videos Golden Boy publishes.
Twilight. Oh, look at the two vampires. Can you imagine them at a party on a late night?
We cannot see them because they are blocked. In Mexico, we do not have access to this material. But there is so much interest that I think it would be great for the DAZN to enter Mexico. To give us a chance
That's a very good question.
Fights.
Best possible value to fight fans in the markets we're in, and that's what we're focused on right now. I represent American business in the US and Canada, and our focus is on those markets and the markets we're in right now. That's our focus at the moment.
In this moment, we are focused on these markets.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all, hold on.
And we're very committed to working in partnership with our friends at TV Azteca to deliver the best possible broadcast experience for fans in the US and in Mexico on May the 4th.
Lo que sí les puedo decir, estamos totalmente en una alianza con nuestros amigos de TV Azteca para traer las mejores peleas a nivel mundial acá a México por TV Azteca.
Y completamente gratis, solo sintonizando Azteca 7.
I am Agustin Juarez of Saturday Night Boxing. Well, I have one question for El Canelo, one question for Danny. So, we do know that it is not good
Correct.
for you to say that you
Basically,
are going to win.
they want to see the DAZN fights in Mexico.
Become the unified middleweight champion of the world. What would you like the best to fight Gennady Golovkin? And for Danny, I have another question.
I don't believe in blocking people. Even if I block them, I let them back like a day or maybe two, sometimes a week later.
Or would you be looking forward to a
I would love for somebody to.
About your question, whomever is there, my commitment now is on this May the 4th. All my respect for this fight, for Danny. My complete effort will be focused on this fight. I do want to win these 4 titles.
Well, I think it would be injustice to
Oscar more of a night creeper
any other fight after
than a vamp.
Before my bout with Canelo. Canelo is a tremendous champion, and I know he's a great talent that I have to respect. I can't
Respectfully.
put myself in a position after what's not seen, because we don't know. In boxing, anything can happen. I'm sure I'll be victorious, but like I said, it's very disrespectful to look ahead when you're facing such a champion.
Sería una falta de respeto ya empezar a pensar más adelante, especialmente cuando tengo un rival como es Canelo Álvarez enfrente. Estoy seguro que voy a ser victorioso, pero ahorita su respeto y la pelea es el 4 de mayo.
Miguel Garcia for El Esto Online. Saul, some years ago, May the 5th, September.
Yeah, it's in our movie theaters. The information is right down below in the description box. It should be.
Boxer,
Let me see if I put it down there.
What does it mean for you to recover
think so.
these dates, especially when you're going to fight Danny
If not, I'm going to put it down there later. It's going to be in movie theaters,
For me, it's a true honor.
which is cheaper, which is more than the DAZN.
It fills me with pride, and I do understand the responsibility I'm assuming, because I know I am representing Mexico,
I want a crazy chat.
and I am assuming this compromise with all my effort. It's an honor for me to represent my country.
I want everybody to come in. I want people to confront me on stream. I would love it. Oh my God.
For Milenio,
All my shit is open. People can come in here and talk all the shit they want.
If you see Danny Jacobs as a true threat, especially after knowing he's a bone cancer survivor. What I know is that he has a very special mentality. I know he's a champion, and that makes him stronger, a very hard opponent. I know what I do have and what I will have to face in the ring. I see him as a great champion, and I know about his mind. But I am an elite fighter. I will prepare 100%, and I will be there, ready to give you a great win.
Y'all already crazy motherfuckers. Y'all already crazy motherfuckers, so.
The question is, if you believe this will be your last 160-pound fight.
Hour and 15 minutes so far. This press conference long as shit.
If you do have a great win, do you think this
Hour
is
and
going
15
to be your
minutes.
last 160-pound fight? No. This is the weight in which I feel the most comfortable. I think I am going to stay in this weight for a
Yeah,
long
face
time.
off is next.
But of course, I would like to face different challenges, like a 168-pound. But for now, I am good in here. Jorge Lara for Multimedios Deportes. Saúl.
We're going to talk about this fight, and then we got to go watch the Lara Castano weigh-in. This stream is running longer than I expected.
Would you do it, and why not? Like in a scenario like El Estadio
Shut the fuck up, 47.
Stadium. I have not considered that possibility, but I have always said that coming to Mexico to fight was one of my top priorities. Now it's more difficult for me because of
I know, look at her back there stretching.
Coming to Mexico has always been a great honor to me, because I always feel I am fighting for Mexico. Saúl Emanuel Campa for Imagen. I would like to ask you if you see a possibility of a knockout against Danny Jacobs. His last knockout was 9 years ago. Are you looking for a knockout or are you looking for a 12-round fight? I can tell
That's
you
sexism.
that
Why don't they have chairs?
every fighter that goes into the ring, you are always looking for the knockout. It's a spectacular way to win, and people love it. Of course, I'm going to look for a knockout, but I'm going to prepare 100%. I'm going to prepare for a 12-round fight. Saúl Osiris Mende, have you thought to celebrate 3 fights this year in May, September, and maybe December?
Maybe, maybe not, Isaac. Maybe, maybe not. Hell yeah, Kathy Duva. Woo! How seasoned ass.
Is May and September. Those are the dates I have. After those fights, after the fight on May the 4th, I will see the way I feel. Preparing is very hard work. You need to rest. But if everything is right, maybe yes, why not? Thank you to all the media. Your presence is very important for the coverage of this great event. Now, this is the moment of the face.
Oh, Canelo ready. Finally, my God.
Canelo Alvarez and
Jesus. All right, so we're going to talk about the fight. Then we got to go watch the Lara Castano weigh-in, and that's going to be a fucking whole fucking 45 minutes. So we're going to be here for a while.
More than time enough for the photographs. Saul is taking his belts. Danny is taking his belt, the IBF belt.
Shit, I thought we was going to be here all night. Roy Jones kissed Kathy right in the mouth. Roy is dead. Listen, me and Roy's side piece are friends. Crazy with his former side piece.
Here we have the fighters that will meet this May 4th. Champions, middleweight champions.
Oh yeah, there's boxing antics in the chat, guys. Michael Nolan is boxing antics.
We have a great fight.
No, he kissed her in the mouth though, like inside of her mouth. Like he's a lucky nasty ass bastard. Kathy just got like an elegance to her. Like that's why a lot of people like her, even though you know she's like an older woman. Like a lot of black men feeling Kathy. Like if you ain't peep it.
In the house of boxing.
Like I don't know if she know, but you know what I'm saying, niggas be on Kathy top.
Remember that. Let us remember.
You saw Roy. Roy went straight forward.
May the 4th between Saúl Canelo Alvarez and Daniel Jacobs. Thank you, Oscar Vela, Oya, Joe Markowski, Mauricio Suleiman, Eddie Hearn, Keith Connolly.
Oh no, she got like that. It's a weird type of like appeal she got. Not weird, but you know, because I was noticing, I thought it was just me, and then I was like, yeah, Kathy can motherfucking get it. Hey, this is inappropriate. Y'all shut up. We can't talk about this. They're gonna get me banned. Oh, I'm already banned. I'm already banned. You can't ban. You can't double ban me, right? They gonna triple ban me? I think they was mad I did that video about Kovalev and shit. But we got to go to the other weigh-in. We got to go to the weigh-in now, guys. We got to go to the weigh-in. So I guess let's talk about the fight. I give Jacobs a chance because if you look at the youngest, most natural 160-pounder that in their prime that Canelo has ever fought, or a fighter that is in their prime, what other fighters that weren't damaged goods necessarily that he wasn't a real favorite to beat? For example, look at Canelo's resume. He was a favorite to beat Rocky Fielding. People say that Golovkin slowed down, and what would it have been like if it was 2 years ago? I don't know. Then when you look at James Kirkland, what they pull him from, you look at Liam Smith, he was the favorite, Amir Khan. So it's 50-50 because can he take Jacobs' power? And Jacobs being younger, and Jacobs will go to the body. In my opinion, he's not the overall better boxer than Golovkin, but he's got a little more tricks in his bag. That's just my opinion, though. Why the fuck am I signed out of YouTube? Oh, man. Wait, so I'm still live, so therefore my channel ain't get shut down. Oh, all right. Whew, that's some scary shit. Oh, they still on the zone? Let's see if they're doing the interviews. Let's see if they're doing any interviews. No. That press conference was long as shit. Jacobs has a chance, you know? However, I like that press conference in regards to presentation, but everybody, I mean, the reason why everybody talked is because of it being down in Mexico. And one good question that was asked is, one of the reporters were asking about why can't they get the zone fights in Mexico? And, well, even Eddie Hearn has started Matchroom Mexico, and they're really trying to get down in that market. But I didn't know that people in Mexico, for a big fight country, have issues like getting fights or watching televised fights. There's always fights going on down in Mexico, you know? But I think Danny Jacobs has a real shot, like, to really crack Canelo and hit Canelo with some shit. Is there a rematch clause? I'm pretty sure it is. We just haven't heard about it yet. The broadcasting rights, true, but why aren't they getting broadcasting rights, you know? So, I'm sure there's a rematch clause. We just don't know it yet. Who's not mobile? Canelo? I mean, Jacobs? I think Jacobs wants to stay away from Canelo. He can. We see. Here's the thing. We haven't seen Jacobs as being a mover. We've seen him being a mover in regards to circling around in the middle of the ring against Golovkin, but not being a mover like the mover we saw Canelo in the first fight of Golovkin. The first fight against Golovkin, you can tell Canelo was weary. He was respecting the power. He was moving, but the second fight, he was like, all right, I'm gonna stand my ground. You know. He was moving against P-Rog, but you know, I'm not holding the P-Rog thing against him no more. It was so long ago. However, it is, you know, you still have to factor in he did get dropped by Sergio Mora. He did get dropped by Golovkin, even if he was like, you know, like switching when he got dropped by Golovkin. Still, you have to think, well, Canelo can probably drop you too. You know, but I'm not fully sold that Canelo's power has fully carried up to 160. I'm not really sold. You can say he beat up Golovkin's face, but he never really hurt Golovkin, and Golovkin has always had a face that scars up. You know, is this playing? You know, it's playing. You know, Jacobs got a very good uppercut. Canelo's uppercut is some shit though. And will Canelo try to body beat Danny Jacobs? How will Danny Jacobs' body hold up? How will Danny Jacobs' body hold up? You know? Exactly. See, Golovkin is made of granite, but see, he's got one of those faces that, yeah, and he does block punches with his faces. But he's also got one of those faces that easily scars up. So when fans say, look at the state of his face, look, for one, you shouldn't listen to fans who say, look at a fighter's face. Exactly. I was going to say that, Ozzy. Azzy, how you pronounce it? I was going to say that. You know, like, you can't count that shit, you know? Jacobs is more of a body than feeling. Of course he does. You know? So what type of Canelo are we going to see? Are we going to see that mover, right? Because he was aggressive with Rocky Fielding. He went and ran straight through him. He wasn't trying to beat it long. But will he fight like he did against Jacobs in the second fight? No, Canelo against Golovkin in the second fight. Will he hold his ground, or will, you know, he try to test out and feel out Jacobs, you know, and end up going to the cards where we kind of know that Jacobs may not really stand a chance. And Canelo and his team knows, you know, even though they may not want to leave it to the card, they pretty much have a good understanding that fighting in Vegas, cards are going to go their way. I mean, after all, look at the cards. They took the Rob Floyd, of all people. Canelo will fight like he did with Trout. But that wasn't even, that was a Canelo that fought in 3-punch burst. He was not the Canelo we see today. You know? Yeah, we need a knockout. We need a knockout. Can you imagine if Danny Jacobs wins? We're going to watch this. This is tomorrow night's fights. I'm expecting to have an early night. I don't expect for it to be a post-fight press conference. because they be ready to go home after the Lara fight. Lara fights have really been like the only fights that I've seen that Showtime have done that they haven't had a post-fight press conference. They had a post-fight press conference for the Hurd fight, but I didn't watch that. I was sick. I didn't cover it live, meaning. And he fought GGG twice. Does the winner get Andrade? We don't know what's going on with Andrade. Andrade is supposed to be returning in May, but that makes you wonder, in Rhode Island, but that makes you wonder who is Golovkin going to fight if he returns. See, here's the thing. When Golovkin's a deal with DAZN is announced, I expect for him to give him like a fight he can win, to build up his name, to see if he can still sell out somewhere like Madison Square Garden or wherever they're going to put him at. So I wouldn't be surprised if he fights somebody like Salusky, if Salusky beats Gabriel Rosado, you know, or a middleweight along those lines. Even Luis Arias, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Somewhere along the line, because the first fight, even though I thought they would probably put him against Andrade, let's watch this. We'll be back. Let's get this over with. It's only 3 fights, and this first guy right here is going to miss weight.
Entertainment and Showtime. Well, fans,
Salusky is underrated, but I feel he's a 154-pound fighter that's fighting at 160 for the checks. I think he should be at 154. He was going to get Venus Martirosyan as a WBC eliminator, but that shit fell through. And now, as you know, Venus Martirosyan is bitching because he should have stayed with Al Heyman, but he went to Don King. What the fuck, bro?
welcome the former world title challenger, Eduardo Surito Ramirez.
Yeah, I'm going to be at that fight. March 15th, Rosado versus Salusky. Hank Lundy versus Sparrow.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite
Farmer
to the stage his opponent from Puerto Arrueles, Chiriquí in Panama, with a record of 24-1-1 with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the WBA #1 featherweight contender. Please welcome La Roca, Brian De Gracia.
Yeah, that's a very, very good, entertaining card. Like that DAZN card, March the 15th, that's going to be a nice, solid, entertaining card. This card, yeah, I'm not, you know.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we invite to the scale at this time. On our featherweight title fight, the weight limit is 126 pounds. Former world title challenger, currently ranked the WBA #3 featherweight contender, Eduardo Surito Ramirez.
Oh, somebody got to get butt-ass naked. I don't know what Ray Flores is. That's a good question. What's he doing this weekend? Well, no, Showtime is always Jimmy Lennon, though. Unless it's like Showtime Special Edition or some shit. He posted his schedule on his his Twitter page.
Ramirez weighs in at 127 pounds, 127. Of course, that is 1 pound over the featherweight limit for this title bout. He will have 2 hours in order to make that 126-pound limit.
Didn't make weight, SMH. And he's the one that was looking all smooth and shit at the fucking press conference yesterday. Also, watch how cocky he's going to be at the face-off. It's like, bro, you got to make weight first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the scale at this time. He'll be making his U.S. debut. He is the WBA #1 ranked featherweight contender, La Roca, Brian De Gracia.
Lara was supposed to move up to 160. They was talking about that at one point in time.
124 3/4 pounds, 124 3/4 pounds for La Roca, Brian De Gracia.
We're getting our commercials back soon. My God, I'll be real. I just realized, like, I've been working for free for damn near 70 days. Some crazy shit, man. Thanks a lot, Showtime. Luckily, I ain't sue their asses. But no, we love Showtime. Showtime, y'all the shit. Y'all the shit, Showtime. Y'all the shit. Y'all the shit. Shit, no, we will have our ads back sometime. It should be this week coming up or next week. Definitely before Spence Garcia. So I've been cleaning up the channel and shit.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It opens up our broadcast on Showtime Championship Boxing. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the vacant WBA Gold Featherweight Championship. Brian De Gracia versus Eduardo Ramirez.
The Cambodian man's voice. Yeah, I've been rebuilding. They thought I was going to be bitching. If it was 2 years ago, don't get me wrong, I was broke as shit. But now, you know, I admit we probably lost like between $3,000 to maybe $6,000, depending, because we didn't get paid for Pac Broner, so we lost a lot of bread. But they thought I was going to be bitching. I stood my ground, and you know we're back. We're almost back. So one day, sometime soon, commercials are going to just pop up. I'm going to be happy and shit. I was pissed, though. I was pissed.
All right, fans, here we go from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. Premier Boxing Champions presents the official weigh-in for our co-main event of the evening, our heavyweight attraction. Scheduled 10 rounds of boxing and brought to you in association with ECB Promotions. First to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, we have joining us from Hamburg, Germany, by way of Galati, Romania. He's the two-time European heavyweight champion.
Yeah, there's no commercials on here.
Contender, please welcome Christian
We're blacklisted.
Hammer.
Our videos are not even promoted. That's why the views been so low.
Ready to join us on to the stage at this time. Finding out of Miami by way of Camagüey, Cuba.
Our shits are not recommended.
Was one time in a world title challenge in 33 professional bouts. Please welcome the WBC number 3 ranked heavyweight contender, Luis King Kong Ortiz.
I'm not getting into all that, Ben. That's too much mumbo jumbo.
And our fighters are ready to step onto the scale. First, with a record of 24-5 with 14 knockouts, he'll be making his U.S. debut. Please welcome the two-time European heavyweight champion, Christian Hammer.
Look at Luis Ortiz's fresh dye job. You can't tell me his hair ain't dyed to keep the gray hairs from showing. And he always got a fresh, clean, smooth face.
257.5.
Hey, you son of a bitch. You don't skip my commercials, you bastard.
Christian Hammer.
All mods, you're required to watch all commercials.
Opponent, the popular heavyweight contender, the hard-hitting former world title challenger, Luis King Kong Ortiz.
Look at this fresh dye job. You can't tell me his hair not dyed. Look at that shit. Watch.
238 3/4 pounds, 238 3/4 pounds for Luis King Kong Ortiz.
He better keep taking those diabetes pills. Fuck around, have a stroke. No, I'm just joking. Let's not joke about that. You cannot tell me that he was 35 4 years ago. You can't tell me no shit like that. He was not my age 4 years ago. You was not telling me that. I'm sorry. You was not telling me that Luis Ortiz was from motherfucking 35. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller. He's a little more cut. You can tell that he knows he got to get he got to have his shit right. Look at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our heavyweight co-featured attraction of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled, brought to you by TBC Promotions in association.
He's a phenomenal shape.
with Bella Entertainment and Showtime. Premier Boxing Champions presents Luis King Kong Ortiz versus Christian Hammer. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled.
He's usually around what, like 240, 242, 244 or some shit, 245. He's never been 250, I believe. I think we can see Wilder Ortiz too if Ortiz makes easy work. Expect for him to make easy work Christian Hammer tomorrow night, or go for easy work. I think he's about 45, because you know when you come over from Cuba, you can be any age you want once you get off that that boat or whatever you floated over here in. No disrespect. So you know you don't have no paperwork when you come over here. Like Lara, look how long Lara been around. Lara been around since fucking Fight Night, Knockout Kings and shit. That Paul Williams fight was
All right,
old as
fans, Here we
shit.
go from Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Premier Boxing Champions presents the
I was like
official
12.
weigh-in for our featured attraction of the evening, brought to you by TGB Promotions in association with DeBella Entertainment and Showtime. Our main event is scheduled 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. First, we invite to the stage the challenger, fighting out of Houston by way of Guantanamo, Cuba. He is ranked the WBA #2 contender. Please welcome the long-time former super welterweight champion of the world, Eddis Lundy, the American Dream, Lara.
I want to see AJ fight. Yeah, I will, man. You know, well, the walls are closing in on all these heavyweights. They're going to have to fight each other. They're running out of credible opponents.
And his opponent already joining us on the stage at this time. He is the defending champion, hailing from San Justo, Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is undefeated in his campaign, 15-0 with 10 knockouts. The undefeated WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Brian El Boxy Castano.
Oh my God, I love olive oil. I cook with that shit all the time. I made some chicken with olive oil last night. Shit is fucking good, man.
First, we invite to the scale the defending champion in his second defense of his title. He'll be making his Showtime debut, the undefeated WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Brian.
He got some tighty whities on.
Castano.
He up there with some briefs on.
154 pounds for the champion, right at the limit of 154 pounds.
Lonzo Ball.
For Brian Castano.
I don't care if they polo or not, bro. You got some tighty whities on.
Challenger in his 8th consecutive world title appearance. Please welcome the former super welterweight champion of the world, Eddis Lundy, the American Dream, Lara.
Castano's got that Thanos.
153.5 pounds, 153.5 pounds for the challenger and former world champion Eddis Lundy, Lara.
No, that's probably why I don't get no credentials, man. We be talking, y'all talk about people too damn much. Y'all the reason why I don't get into no fight. Y'all be baiting me into this shit. That man does not have Thanos' chin. No, I'm not looking. Fuck you. I'm not looking. I know one thing, with a chin like that, he better not never get knocked out.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of action scheduled for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Brian Castano, champion. Challenger, Eddis Lundy, the American Dream, Lara.
Get ready to enter the ring. DraftKings and Showtime Boxing have partnered to
Oh,
bring you
shit, that was
closer to the
intrusive.
action than ever before. Introducing the Showtime Boxing Pick'em game. Now, for every 2019 Showtime Championship Boxing event, you can come out swinging. Each fight card is the opportunity to duke it out for your share of $5,000. A Showtime Boxing swag bag. Plus, compete season long for a shot at winning a trip to every 2020 Showtime Championship Boxing
I'm gonna
event.
win, y'all.
Here's how to play. First, pick your fighter. Select who you think has the best shot to win in each match. Then decide on the outcome. Will it be a knockout, or will the decision be left up to the judges?
You know my
Then
predictions be
must
fucked up,
identify
though.
which round the fight will end, or if it goes the distance. All selections must be made before you can advance to the main event, which is worth double the points. Do this for each of the Showtime Boxing fight cards and get ready to rack up the points. They are awarded based on how many selections you got right. So join Showtime Boxing and take down the competition to win your share of $5,000 and play all season for a shot at tickets to every 2020 Showtime Championship Boxing event.
And we're back here with Paulie Malignaggi and Steve Farhood. I'm Mauro Ranallo, and I can't wait, guys. A more formidable tag team than the Hart Foundation or the British Bulldogs. It is DraftKings and Showtime Boxing teaming up, and man, oh man. So beginning tomorrow night, fans, and this is free, by the way, you can go to DraftKings.com/Showtime and enter to win up to a part of $5,000 in winnings. The 5 finalists tomorrow will get a Showtime Boxing prize pack. The number 1 pick at the end of the year, the overall leader, he gets 2 tickets to every Showtime Championship Boxing event in 2020. So, guys, lots to be looking forward to. Now, of course, we can play, but I don't think we're going to. Are you going to play?
Well, I don't know, but we're going to be at the events anyway.
Right, and of course, Steve, you got to pick the winner, you got to pick the method of victory, and you got to pick the round.
And the beauty of this, Mo, is that everybody thinks they're a boxing expert. So what this will do is debunk that myth, because nobody gets them all right. That's why they fight the fights.
When it comes to predicting, nobody was really an expert.
No.
All right, well, we are going to at least analyze what is coming your way Saturday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. It is Showtime Championship Boxing with a triple header from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And in the main event, Erislandy Lara, fresh off the 2018 Fight of the Year against Jarrett Hurd, a fight that, well, was disputed, but it was Hurd who was the victor. And for Erislandy Lara, guys, a case can be made that he should be undefeated. One of the worst robberies in boxing history when he lost to Paul Williams in 2011, lost a disputed decision to Canelo Alvarez, according to some people, and of course, Jarrett Hurd, you had Lara winning by 1 point on your unofficial scorecard. That was then.
Where did Mauro get that hair from?
35 years of age, coming off a long layoff, and welcoming Brian Castano, an undefeated secondary titleist, to the big stage.
It's a fascinating matchup, and all the spotlight is on Lara, because for a long time he was dominant, fighting a certain style. With the exception of that fight with Alfredo Angulo, he never got into any brawls. He never engaged that much, because he's such a brilliant boxer, one of the greatest boxers, I think, of his generation. Now, with Hurd, who's a much bigger guy, he had to brawl, and he ended up losing his titles. Is that the new Erislandy Lara? Or is he going back to his old ways against a shorter fighter in Castano? That, to me, is the...
I wonder if Lara is broken, though. You know, like Alfredo Angulo showed, you know, that if you get to him, you know, and you pressure him enough, you can get to him. Now, Lara, once again, he ended up breaking his face. Paulie got the curse. I feel bad for him. He lost his hair. We're brothers.
Or at least we're able to be good enough in applying pressure. It may not be good enough overall, but maybe good enough in applying pressure to force him to fight this way. The question I have here is it going to be Castano who's good enough to apply the pressure, or maybe is it also a little bit of Lara maybe fading with the legs a little bit with the age, and obviously
let me record Max on boxing
fights, obviously, but you know, so age comes up to us all, and if this is the new Erislandy Lara, I think he's still going to be enjoyable to watch, but is he going to be able to hold off a guy with the young enthusiasm of Brian Castano?
Yeah, and Steve Castano, 15-0, 11 knockouts, proven to be a road warrior. Last 2 victories, the 2 biggest wins of his career, taking place in France against a fellow the southpaw like Lara, Cedric V2, and then Michel Soro before that. Talk about his best path to victory against the crafty Cuban.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. He's got to apply pressure. You saw at the weigh-in when they stared down. They're about the same height. That's a big difference from Lara fighting Jarrett Hurd, who was so much bigger. Hurd, one of the biggest junior middleweights in the world. So he's got to press him, and he's got to hope that Lara's legs, as Paulie suggested, may be the case.
I think so too. I'm wondering about Lara's legs. He's not moving like he used to. You know, maybe he corrected that in this camp because, you know, Jarrett Swift Hurd just was walking him down, walking through that shit. But in regards to Castano, you know, he is a bit slow in regards to hand speed. But however, he's got some very, very credible fights, you know, amateur against Sergey Derevyanchenko and a win over Errol Spence. Footage that I would love to see. We watched some tape on him yesterday after the final press conference, and you know, it just looks like he's gonna get Cuban schooled. Unless he's a fighter where he's gonna literally go out there and he's gotta bring the pressure. He's gotta bum rush him. That's it. He gotta bum rush him. You go out there try to box Lara, he going to jab and straight left hand you. What other punches do Lara throw? You know? He going to have to go out there, you know, and we got to see if Lara is broken. Is he broken? Did Jared Swift Hurd take his soul? Does he own it? You know, John Molina took Matisse's soul. He still got, well, you know, Matisse won that fight. But whatever. He definitely got Ruslan Provodnikov's soul. He got his soul. Yeah, he'll throw a hook every now and then, yeah. But no body shots. No, he will, no. I don't never see, when do Lara ever throw body shots? You know? Is Lara legs going? This is a good point, though. Let's listen to this part right here.
Taking place in France against a fellow, the Southpaw like Lara, Cedric V2, and then Michel Soro before that. Talk about his best path to victory against the crafty Cuban.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. He's got to apply pressure. You saw at the weigh-in when they stare down. They're about the same height. That's a big difference from Lara fighting Jared Hurd, who was so much bigger. Hurd, one of the biggest junior middleweights in the world. So he's got to press him, and he's got to hope that Lara's legs, as Paulie suggested may be the case, aren't what they once were. But with that said, V2 and Soro, they're not Erislandy Lara. This is a very big step up for Brian Castano. And he beat Errol Spence in the amateurs. We know he's got some really good amateur pedigree, but he's got to prove it at the pro level.
And Paulie, this is his coming out party. Castano from Argentina wants to prove he belongs at the elite level. And again, we talk about 154 pounds. There are potential fights with Jared Hurd that could be made. Of course, Tony Harrison. We have other champions, of course, because of politics that potentially will not be made. But Castano wants to prove he is one of the men at 154 pounds to contend with, and he's looking for his first major name here against Lara.
Yeah, and you know, this is obviously an important big step up for him, you know, but he's also not the kind of guy who's coming from complete obscurity. Soro and V2 may not be world class, so to speak, but they're very, very good fighters, and they're probably just a step below world class. And so having wins against them on the road, I think already starts to prepare you for this next step up. Now, is it enough to beat Lara? We'll find out tomorrow night. That's why we're going to watch these fights and we're going to work these fights. But at the end of the day, he's a guy who's coming in, showing himself to be dangerous coming into this fight, and not just coming in from total obscurity.
Yeah, hardcore fans, of course, will appreciate the slick southpaw talents of Erislandy Lara. The casual fans are hoping that we see a repeat of the fight against Jared Hurd, and of course Alfredo Angulo, when Lara was knocked down twice but came back to win. Now, when you look at Angulo and Jared Hurd, and now Brian Castano, similarities and then the big differences, Steve.
Well, the similarities, they both applied pressure against Lara. The difference, Alfredo Angulo, tough as hell, and a good puncher. He's a slow fighter, very slow. Hurd just kind of forced.
And Castano seems a little bit slow from the footage that I've seen, you know. Even if you go back and watch the V2 and Soro fights, they're available online.
Lara fight because he's so big, and Hurd walks in the first half of a fight. Hurd literally walks through your punches and keeps applying pressure. The other factor is age. When Angulo fought Lara, Lara was a much younger man. When Hurd fought him, he was a little older. A lot of amateur fights. You know, I don't know. I mean, Lara at his best is a brilliant boxer, and it's sort of interesting that he's had the career that he's had, where he's had so many fights where he's been masterful and just outclassed his opponents, and then 2 brawls that were both, you know, fights of the year. In the case of Hurd, the fight of the year. It's quite a arching reputation he has for what kind of fights he makes.
So, you know, you've noticed that he does have like that, you know, that issue with pressure fighters. You know, from the Canelo fight, you know, he just didn't, the punch variety wasn't, the punch variety is what really did him dirty. All those jabs, you know, that's what really did him dirty. Where Canelo, you know, and this was a very young Canelo, you know, he just was walking him down, and he was, you know, being the ring general. Where Erislandy Lara was literally just moving, you know, circling around the ring, jab, left hand, ha, 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 ha. And every time you throw that left hand, you hear, ha, you know. Castano has a really good chance to beat Lara tomorrow. Now, I was at Lara's fight before the Hurd fight. I was at the Terrell Goucher fight. Let me tell you, fans were pissed. They were walking out of that shit. Because it's like, yo, Lara's one of those fighters where you know he can finish a fighter off, but he don't go for it. Therefore, fans get pissed. And it's like, bro, we here all night. What the fuck? I think the blueprint to beat Lara is out there, too. You got to pressure him. And then he's so predictable. Yes, don't get me wrong. It's easier said than done, obviously. We not no motherfucking boxers. At least I'm not. You know, that left hand ain't no joke. But look at Swift Hurd. He literally walked through it. Look what happened later on in the fight where Lara started slowing down against Alfredo Angulo. Alfredo Angulo at that time was still considered a dangerous fighter, even though he's slow as shit. That Alfredo Angulo ain't been the same since then, but still. You know what? He ain't been the same since Canelo. That the blueprint to beat Fred? Yeah, I'll just beat the shit out of him with the gloves off. He's a fucking, don't ever mention his name on my channel again or I'm going to just block you. Like, I was advised to leave it alone by people that are close to me, and that's why I ain't been saying shit about it. All right? But trust me, the damage is already done. He's finished. I'm not even going to say it. Y'all peep it. See you next time you see Fred at another fight. Anyway, moving on. I don't know. I think Lara is done. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's done. That mystique of that Cuban school, like people don't fear Lara no more. You know, people like, yeah, I'll fight him. People not. Who ducking Lara? Do you hear about people like, no, Lara? People not ducking Lara anymore. You know, he's not ducking Lara. I mean, people not like saying, like, oh, well, Lara this and that. I'm wondering what happens if he wins, you know, because it seems as though, you know, the Tony Harrison Charlo fight is going to happen. I think so. Let's go look at the division. Let's go look at the division. Jared Swift Hurd is fighting Julian J. Rock Williams. I believe they said the date is March the 12th down in Maryland. Obviously, Brian Castano is fighting Lineal Lara for that WBA World. Tony Harrison will likely be fighting Jamel Charlo. Remember, Sergio Garcia had that fight against Sam Akington. Maybe we can see Lara go that route, you know, if he wins. Or Castano. You know, so here's the players right now at 154. The current players at 154. You can't really count Soluski because he's fighting at 160 right now. He's been campaigning there, even though he's ranked at 154. Erickson Lubin, he's on the path back. Austin Trout is still floating around out there, but we don't want to see Lara versus Austin Trout again. But I wouldn't mind seeing Castano versus Austin Trout. Jeff Horn is at 160. Who did they say Jeff Horn's supposed to be fighting? Rob Brandt. They're trying to work on that. Cheeseman. It was Cheeseman, not Eggington. Cheeseman. My bad. Right, cheese and eggs. Where do I get the motherfuckers mixed up? Who else? I'm talking about names, you know. Dennis Hogan, he is the WBO mandatory. I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be happening with him and Jaime Munguia. But they're saying that they're working on Munguia versus Jesse Vargas at 154. Can you imagine that? What, that Mexican guy at 6'7"? He's still a prospect. He's not at that level yet. I forgot his name. He fought last weekend. I forgot his name. Damn. T-Street, please don't go hard, brother. I got book bags. Let me live. What are you talking about? Oh, hey, somebody put that guy on timeout. Oh, shit. That's not the real guy. Hey, put that guy on timeout. You guys are some son of a bitches. You know, they put that guy on timeout. You guys, man, y'all make me sick. What were we talking about? Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the one. I mean, see, Lara. I mean, we don't know what Kell Brook's going to do, you know. Maybe we can see Kell Brook versus Sergio Garcia. I don't see Kell Brook fighting at Lineal Lara. What if he do, though? What if he do? What if he do? Where did I see him fight? Didn't he just fight somewhere? Where did I see him fight? What card was this? Jennings Rivas. That's where I saw him on the Top Rank ESPN Plus card. Carlos Adames from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, but Brook versus Smith. Oh, yeah, Liam Smith is over there now. They're building that up. They're building that up. And that's 154. You got Silky Wookie Camphor. Let's go look at Lara's resume real quick before we bounce. Because I'm going to take a little break, go start dinner. Well, warm up dinner, and then probably going to play some more Black Ops because I'm caught up. So I got some videos going to put out. I've got some videos going to put out tomorrow morning. This right here, I'm going to chop it up a little bit, you know, but probably play some Black Ops. 25-3-2 with 14 KOs. He is 35 years old. He turns 36 and wait a minute, when does he turn 36? He turns 36 next month. But really, that probably means he's 40. He probably just one of them young-looking 40s. As I told you, them Cubans, when they come over here, they be having fake birth certificates and shit. So he probably really 40, you know. Or about to be 40, who knows? Because he's been around forever. Look how long he's been around. Look how long he's been around. The Carlos Molina fight was in 2011, bro. Paul Williams, Ronald Hearns, Freddie Hernandez. I covered these fights. Venus Martirosyan. Remember, this was a good ass fight. That first Venus Martirosyan fight, the rematch came too late. Alfredo Angulo, Austin Trout, then Canelo. This was a nice little run from Martirosyan, Alfredo Angulo, Trout, because Angulo was still very credible at that time. And then Saul Canelo Alvarez. Then that's when he went on this bullshit with Ishe Smith, Delvin Rodriguez, Jean Zivek. Did you know? Here's an interesting fact. Iris Lindy Lara sunk, in my opinion, 2 PBC shows. He was the last fight for PBC on ESPN against Jean Zivek, right? He was the last. Iris Lindy Lara was the last PBC on ESPN fight. And then he was the last PBC on Fox fight. PBC on Spike fight with Yuri Foreman. He's a curse. Then when he fought Terrell Goucher, all the fans started walking out. The main event. And then he got his ass whipped by Jerry Swift Hurd. Now he's back. Will fans walk out tomorrow night? Will he lose? Is his legs gone? I mean, I like the guy, but goddamn, man. You know? I wonder if he still got that IBO belt. You know, people don't be taking that belt. No, Jerry Swift Hurd did keep the IBO belt. Oh, yeah, man. Like it's gonna. I'm already prepared for tomorrow. I'm gonna cover that Matchroom card, that midday card. You know, because I don't got shit else to do. I was planning on being full-time father this week. That didn't work out, so I go back to court for my trial, and they gave me the trial for November the 25th. They tripping. So we go back to court July the 8th. And we're likely going to go back to court earlier than that, depending on what my lawyer says. So they was tripping with that. So I got all this free time. So that's why I've been like, hell shit, we covering all this boxing. Like we're supposed to be doing. This is our job. You know? I love my job. This is what the plan is for the weekend. You know, business doesn't really pick up with boxing until next weekend. I told y'all that. So this is the last week of like, I hate to say it, but bullshit boxing. You know, depending on how you look at it. But then next week, shit really start picking up. And then every week, cards stacked on top of each other. So this weekend, obviously, tonight, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these videos, and I'm going to play some Black Ops and maybe some Fight Night and some UFC. You know, take off, blow off some steam. Then I'm going to do a T Street Uncut video for a guy by the name of Ed Buck. Then tomorrow, the midday, the Zone card, Matchroom card. Tomorrow night, Lara, you know, all that. Sunday night, I'm going to cover that Michael Jackson shit. I'm going to do a review on that. And then Monday, Canelo Jacobs, the last press conference for the press tour in L.A. That is on Monday. And then, of course, next week is Sean Porter versus Ugas Fight Week. So we got all those streams. Xbox One. Yeah, I went, like I said, I had a really hard time at that Lara Goucher fight because I was so tired and I had to catch the bus home. Not the bus, the train. No, I think I caught the bus home because my train didn't come until 3 o'clock, and I believe the event was over early because they didn't have a post-fight press conference. So I had I got like a lot of points and all that shit, like a good real account with Amtrak. So I was able to catch the 1 o'clock bus home instead of catching the 3 o'clock train, even though the train is only an hour. Oh man, Lara fights be doing me in. So I already know tomorrow, depending on how exciting the fight is, I'm going to try to condition my body to be up. But I may cover this fight Sunday morning because that's what Lara do to you. Name 3 fights I want to see in 2019. Wilder Joshua Wilder. Canelo Golovkin 3. And what's the third one? Loma Tank Davis. I know I probably got more. Loma Tank Davis. Also, silently, another fight, a fourth, is Inoue versus Donaire. Inoue versus Donaire. No, my foot is cool. Nope, my foot is cool. It's just like it's a high ankle sprain. So up my ankle, like right below my knee, it's like these weird sharp ass pains. But the swelling and all that shit went down. I can walk on it, but I can't walk on it for like long periods of time without the boot on or the brace. So that shit start feeling weird. Like it feel like it's like broken, but it's not. They said it's not broken. So she told me the doctor said when you have like a high ankle sprain, it can be like having a fracture in regards to healing. So you got to stay off of it and like keep your boot on and shit. So I've been like, it's gotten a lot better since I've been staying in the crib because I was supposed to go. I was thinking about going to New York for the Canelo Jacobs press conference. What was that, yesterday or the day before? But I was like, man, like I don't want to, like that trip did me dirty. That trip did me dirty. And also, that shit fucking hurt. Like, no bullshit. I'm not trying to sound like no bitch. But when I came back from New York, let me tell you, my shit was fucking thriving for like 2 days. So even if you have the boot on, I was doing all that moving around. And I wasn't, like when you have a boot on, you're supposed to still use crutches. And I'm fucking walking around without no crutches or a cane like a dickhead. So that shit fucked me up. Hold up, I got something from Matchroom about Rung Visai. The Rung Visai Estrada Rung Visai Estrada press conference is Monday in Los Angeles. So there's 2 Matchroom press conferences in Los Angeles. Oh man, we're gonna be busy as shit. So Monday is the Canelo Jacobs press conference and the Rung Visai Estrada press conference in LA. That's early Monday morning. Is that Eastern? Jesse Vargas is going to be there. Scott Quigg is going to be there. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Mayonnaise ain't it. Curry's that shit. What are you talking about? Ankle sprains big. No, it's not. No, it's not torn ligaments. They checked all that shit. It's not torn. They checked all of it. Nothing's torn. They just said, like I got to stay off of it. I was like underestimating it. So basically I was doing all this walking around on it when it was fucked up and it just made things worse. But so far it's been probably like 5 weeks. I'm on the mend. Like the swelling, it's a little knot around like the ankle, but it's nowhere near like it was. It's nowhere near like it was. See, I'm going to show y'all like, you can't see it. You can't see it. But here's my little small. They gave me a small brace. It's not a shit's dust all. It's not. It's a small little brace. So this way I can wear my shoes with it. The other one was a big ass boot. So yeah, that shit was whack, man. That shit was whack. Put some mayo on it. What? Ew. Hey, what's this guy doing in here? Biased shop conversations. I tried Epsom salt. The first week I had it, I fucking soaked my foot in Epsom salt in a bucket of Epsom salt. I had this little ass bag. That shit didn't work. I'm just killing time so I can edit this out and it can be a smooth 2-hour video. That's all I'm doing is killing time. And then I'm going to go make some dinner. Well, warm up dinner. I already made dinner last night. Warm up some dinner. And then probably in an hour, come back and play some Black Ops. Or on the late night if I don't go to sleep. You know? Yeah, that strip tape shit. Yeah. No, that shit was whack, though. I did not know that a motherfucking ankle sprain, like, I thought my shit was broke. My driveway is on like a slope, so it was snowing. It was ice under the snow. So I'm fucking coming down and my shit like bend in. Like that shit. I was laying there. I was just laying there on the snow. Like, what the fuck? You know? I do not want no broken bones. My fucking hand, I'm fucking arthritic. My hands are fucked. I had 2 broken fingers, fractured fingers I didn't take care of properly, and 2 broken knuckles, and that shit, one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life. So I can't write. I can't hold a pen or shit. Like I can't, like my handwriting is fucked. Like if I'm holding a pen, my shit just starts like. But that's why I can, I be wondering like how fucked up is Floyd hands. Like if my shit is like this, his hands gotta be fucked. Like sometimes if you look at Floyd, his hand just be locked in like a certain place. Like he'll be holding like a chicken wing or something, and it's like this shit just be locked up. And he talked about it in the episode of 24/7. I forgot which one, but he be having some real issues. He be having like when he home, he don't publicize it no more, but he be having to do like these different exercises when he wake up, all that shit. No, he did used to hit hard. He did, but he kept fucking his hands up. Pay attention to Floyd hands. Pay attention. No, pay attention. Pay attention. Like his shit's really fucked up. That's not no bullshit. Like he wears like specially made orthopedic gloves. Like, Power lock. Yeah, power lock. No, you're not. No, you would never see Floyd in a cast. That's the whole thing. Remember when he had that Showtime contract? You never seen Floyd in the cast when he fucked his hands up. They won't let you see. Did you notice, like, for example, when celebrities get plastic surgery, do you see them coming out with their face and shit all bandaged up? Nope. Nope. Plastic surgery, not laser treatment. When they get their noses done and all that shit, they be having to fucking cover up and shit. Nope. Fair and cool. I ain't mean to do that shit. That was fucked up. I still got the footage though, in case he wanna see. But no, that was some nut shit though. I ain't gonna never do no shit like that again. Yeah, Floyd hands is fucked. But he finally openly admitted it. Like he was talking about it before. Do you think these new gloves are screwed at the game? First, have no damn marks on them. I don't know. Well, for safety reasons. I mean, look what happened to Donald Stevenson. That goes to show you that fighters can still get fucked up with those gloves. Look what happened to Gutenik, the guy who fought George Groves. Look what happened to Nick Blackwell. So them gloves can still fuck you up. One thing I really want is I want 3-minute rounds for women's boxing. I really want 3-minute rounds. If they don't get smaller gloves, then 3-minute rounds. Because Christina Hammer, if you think about it, Shields versus Hammer is only going to be motherfucking 30 minutes if you count, the motherfucking time in between rounds. Like that's not enough for them women to square it out. 2-minute rounds. It's not like it's 5 minute, like 3 5-minute rounds or 4 5-minute rounds or some shit. I want to see them like brawl it out. I want to see how women react to getting gassed out and faded. Like that's got to change if they want to get like the real respect. Don't get me wrong, they're getting a lot of respect now, the most respect they've ever got, but that got to change. I have no interest in talking about Wilder versus Fury or Joshua versus Wilder. I will talk about Joshua versus Miller, though. I will talk about Wilder versus Brazil or Wilder versus White, because those are probably likely next. Or even Wilder versus Ortiz. You know? Some punch harder than others. Yes, yeah, exactly. You know, like some, you know, like look at poor Omar Figueroa. He can't stop breaking his hand. Who else used to always break their hand? Some names are not coming to me. No. Yeah, we're just bullshitting around. I've been really productive this week, though. I always said that it takes me about a week or two of doing videos to get back into the flow where I just can't stop doing videos. Like, I really be hyped to do videos, but you really don't want to do, unless it's like some special shit, you really don't want, especially in boxing, you don't want to do no more than like 5 to 7 videos a day, you know, and you want to always make sure like it's like different shit, you know, depending. Yeah, that Gotti shit is suspect. I watched the documentary on a couple of them. There's some nice documentaries about the Gotti situation on YouTube and the Edwin Valero situation. That's some sad shit right there. Dude was the fucking man. Go watch fucking Valero versus Antonio DeMarco and all those fucking first round knockouts he was getting. Valero wasn't no fucking joke. Like, he was on his way to fighting Manny. That shit would have been some shit, right? I never can understand why people beat up women. That's why I be so pissed at my baby mom. I be like, yo, why would you say some old, you know, I can never, because you can just get another one. I never understood that. I never understood, like, how you just beat a chick up. Like, bro, is your dick little? Go get another one. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, R.I.P. Jennifer Valero. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, boxers be having some crazy ass lives, man. Boxers be having some crazy ass lives. Allegedly. Apparently, you know, I forgot the exact details. There's a whole documentary on it and like stories on it. But yeah, it's looking like, you know, that brother did that shit. You know? Well, you know me, I got a criminal record, so people think I'm crazy and shit. So they always trying to say, oh, he's mental health. He's mental health. Y'all would have never known about my mental health shit unless I told y'all. So now people like, oh, yeah, y'all. You know, so people swear I be crazy. Nope, I'm just like outspoken as a motherfucker. If you knew what I did for a living, if you really knew what my job titles were, like, please, my shit is straight. Like, I love, like, to try to sue people when they think they're going to fucking try to get over on me. But people don't like outspoken black men, especially if you're an outspoken black man with a criminal record. They think like, ooh, he's trying to, nah. Adonis Stevenson, his shit is crazy. Like, Adonis Stevenson shit is crazy. And the way I look at it is like, you know, with that near-death experience he had, he paid for his sins. But you can never, like, that Adonis Stevenson shit is crazy as shit. You know? That shit was crazy as shit. Yeah, motherfuckers will never be able to relate. They be swearing, like, but that's how the world is. That's how the world is. Like, motherfuckers don't really be knowing you, but they will swear up and down that you a bitch until some shit hit the fan. Anybody that drunk a quarter juice as a child. Quarter juice? What you mean? You talking about the hugs, the little quarter juices? You tripping. You tripping. You ain't have no childhood if you ain't drink those and have fucking hot dogs. Yeah, that's the thing. He only got that one picture. Trust me, his speech is fucked. It takes a little while because he was on. Trust me. I'm a number. Trust me. Like his speech, he's probably getting it back. It should be back by now. But if you notice the picture, he got his jaw up because they're trying to cover up his fucking hole in his neck. And then he got the hoodie on because half his hair is cut because he had the brain bleed. So they had to literally take a piece of his cut his skull out a little bit to alleviate the breathing. So, but I was looking at him. I'm pulling up the picture. Like he looking like honestly, like he looking good. He looked fucking better than. Nah, I was fucked up. But he had a whole different. He had a brain bleed though. I had respiratory failure. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing, man. Here, I'm gonna zoom in for you. Wait, that's not the full picture. Where's the one at? So just look at his legs. You can already tell, like, all the weight he left. But no, he looking like, you can tell, look in his eyes, he a little gone a little bit, but he looking good. And you can tell, like, his neck, they got his sleeve. You can tell because he got his shit. You know, and look at his leg, because my legs were skinny and shit. That's how you can usually tell. Hold up. But no, he looking good. Honestly, he looking good. Like, talk about a motherfucking experience. He got some stories to tell. I would love to know what he fucking dreamt about. And you know, Volzdik is fighting here in Philly. Look how skinny his legs is. And you know, boxers usually be having skinny legs because they, you know, they carry their weight in their upper body. But like his body language and everything, nah, he looks straight. Not straight, but you know, it's gonna be some time. Like, he not all slumped over, and then you can tell she not helping him hold up his arm, so therefore it's a command she gave him. You know? Tevin Farmer cool, but just so happened I talked to somebody the other day about him, another media member. And I gotta be honest with you. He was like, somebody told me, like, yeah, I saw your interview with Tevin Farmer. Like, why the fuck would he do some shit like that? But I don't know, man, but that's how it is. You know, so I'm gonna stop talking about it just in case people think I got a problem with him. But he been rubbing people the wrong way. You know, I haven't been on Instagram in a while. Even if I'm on there, I'm probably on there like once a day, skimming through a little bit. But people say his Instagram kind of fucked up, like in the regards to like he changing. But he got money now. I mean, you know, he got money now. You know, I don't look too much into it. You know? But, all right, guys. I'm going to get up out of here. Long-ass press conference. Yeah, it's good. Exactly. It's good that you're outspoken, especially when, you know,